Rahubat Mursad, we are sharing updates of our beloved master teacher. With so much going on, they don't see who was really behind their removal. First, world respect, and then power, and finally, existence. When a species' time comes to go, they may get help by others to extend their time, yet only for a moment, and then it starts up again until each and every one of their DNA is removed. The Adamites were only given 6,000 years and were granted an extension, yet they refused to change their evil, wicked ways. So as of July 15, 1999 AD, they were told by Moloch or Nanar Sin to appeal, and they did, and it was heard on September 9, 1999 AD, and it was denied. So now their end has come as of the year 2000 AD from 4000 BC, the birth of the very first man, Adam.
Let me explain this to you all from the aliens. They said about life and death. This is your true origin. It is in the etheric being of the original creator of all. You all come from there, and you all were all there before you were born in flesh for the first time, and you return to that first etheric being after death. Yet at first, only the outer realm or region, because you must really learn the meaning of living life as all. So you return to this etheric state after death, yet at first, only the outer realm as I stated, because you have to come back here for new incarnations until you really understand the divine purpose, love. After a final or after the 24th cycle of incarnation, you can go back into the etheric all or into the omniverse to fully and finally stay there as divine. In the flesh embodiment, you are separated from one another by the skin suit or body that surrounds your divine consciousness. There is no separation in your divine personal etheric being. There, you can directly connect to one another while remaining individuals. You see, when you all come so far that after a final incarnation, the 24th, you no longer need to go out from the etheric. All there can obviously no longer be such separation. That means you must overcome this separation before your final death. The only way to do this is through divine love for all and each other, because it bridges what separates benevolence and positive feelings, reinforces it. Hate, racism, violent actions, jealousy, deception, dishonesty, and infighting reinforces separation even more. This came from the Adamites. Any of you, my children, jewels of mine divine eyes, who are still living in the mind of separation, is yet not mature and cannot go completely back into the omniversal etheric all. They will just keep reincarnating until they learn divine love for each other. The Adamite male has failed his species. This is why they teach original sin came into this world by Adam. And now you all act out Cain's hate and jealousy of Abel, and that will transform you from good to evil. And you will never be free of this cycle of life, death, life, death. You will go on and on until, like the Adamites, you will fade out of existence. Love one another as I love you.
Understand these words and know it is best to stop acting in the image and like the Adamites. Once they die, they are as a spirit with no soul, trapped here. Do you wish to lose your soul and be tormented by the fallen angels as they are? By the shadow beings? The elements that torment them while alive and after death? I don't think so. Well, as said many times, as of the year 2000 AD, the extraterrestrials planned to reduce the planet Earth's population. They even erected stone monuments in Georgia, the Georgia Guidestones. And now look at how many humans have died since the year 2000 AD, from wars, drugs, fires, diseases, viruses, old age, and suicide. Notice what the Euro-American is calling people. Herds, Old English, horde. Look at it. A number of cattle or other animals just like what is found in the Sumerian stone tablets. They call the Adamites Lulu Amilu, big sheep, lamb, workers, herds, because they saw them as food on the men-you. They are on the Anakin's food list. You see, they use mind control to make them desire certain foods, mainly meats. The Anakim like pig meat, so they entice Adamites to eat a lot of bacon. You see it on food advertisements on TV. Eat bacon on everything. Commercials, beef burgers, lots on TV. They also like cheese, so they push eat pizzas of all kinds and add lots of pepperoni slices. These are things some aliens like to eat. The taste of certain foods, so they encourage things they like and people being obese as you see. No place on earth has as many obese people as Americans. So, all Panabab told us all is now coming to pass each day.
Look at the Euro American Amorites now. You see, they always had money coming their way for doing nothing. And now that the heavens, Mother Nature sent the COVID 19 virus, all of their business had to close. They are willing to open up again fast, not knowing even if the vaccine will last or work. Yet, without incoming money, they will take the chance even on others' lives and open back up. Look at sports in schools, churches, bars, parks, stores, and health spas. Why? Money. Without it, they can't rule others, and they don't know how to live poor like they made others live. Look at them, willing to take chances on others' lives. Airports open, trains and buses opened just to make money. It's over for their power and respect, and they don't know how to live with others in peace. They make money by wars, crime, drugs, alcohol, and lust. Yet, love for them. Revelations verse 18, chapters 10 through 11, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. No man buyeth their merchandise any more. Truth is truth. What I was trying to explain about the Euro-American Adamites is they only ruled by dollar signs, and now they are broke. They can't make money off of people of color.
Nowadays, many of the movie stars are dropping dead. They have no riches. You see, their game for 100 years was to find ways to just give money to the people here for doing nothing, like cinemas, TV shows, books, stage plays, fact arts, and wines. And as to the educated, once finished in school, they give them grants, millions to study anything. They also controlled the hotels, motels, banks, stock markets, and they printed the bills. Yet now all of that is over. So now they can't sell weapons to others. Why? No real wars. To fight who? Poor Muslims? It's a joke. They can't fight or beat Russia or China, so who will they sell to? Well, the weather is killing them. Then you have the flu or COVID, plus they get all kinds of cancers and other old age diseases, and spend all their wealth on medical bills. So it's over for them, and now it's let's give money as stimulation. Yet, that means they must give blacks also. It's over for them, and they know it. When you have Cain, Genesis, revealing they are cannibals and demon worshippers, and why you had the insurrection as they call it on January 6th. They know their end has come and nothing they can do except fade away. It's too late to fear because the Black Messiah is already here.
If you want to know which extraterrestrials sent down the COVID-19 virus, or Hebrew Strong's number 3519, Kobad, glorious, from Hebrew Strong's 3513, Kabad, to be heavy, burdensome in a bad sense. Revelations chapter 18, verse 8, March 10th, 2020, was that day, and it was sent down by the Ictorians from the Little Dipper in the belly of Draco, those Anakim, Anunnaki under Nu Nimnir, in the father of Nanar, El Shaddai. It was Namtara or Namta, fate, the wizard or magus of Erishkigal, the daughter of Nanar, son of Enlil. Her consort is Nergal, son of Enki. He betrayed Enki for Enlil. So it was Igigi, Nemtara, who released the virus from the Macbadat crafts, seen as trail stream above, looking much like streams of clouds, to reduce the population of the people with the DNA of the Adamites, who is being removed since 2000 AD, the end of their 6,000-year dominion. Well, as you can see, as Panabab Yanun told us all years ago, stay out the way of the Caucasus, and they will turn on each other. Enlil's followers in minions, and Enki's followers in minions. And by minions, I mean Nagaru, who follow them and lose their soul. The world is in a mess these days. COVID-19 is a real disease we are dealing with. and its variants. It is advised to become vaccinated for your own safety, yet the choice is yours. In Jewish, the Yiddish dialect of Hebrew, you see K equals C, B equals V, D equals D. So you see from KBD, Kobad, you get CVD or COVID. And the 19th verse of the book of Revelations, chapter 18, you see, and they, the Amorites, and those with the gene marker, the mark of the beast, Revelations chapter 13, verse 1 through 18, cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, finally the 6,000 years has ended. Alas, the great city, New Babylon, Amoritica, Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 through 15, wherein were made rich, world trade building, fallen is fallen. Two of them, Revelations chapter 18, verse 2, all that had ships in the sea by reason of her, Amoritica, burning, saying by reason of her, Amoritica, coastlines, maritime laws, for in 1 hour, 60 years from 1970 to 2030 AD, is she, Amorica, made desolate. And what did they translate Hebrew Strong's number 3519 as in the King James Version of the Bible? Many places, Exodus chapter 16, verse 7, the glory of the Lord, and also in Leviticus chapter 9, verse 6, the glory of the Lord, a craft will be seen, and cause Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 27 to 28, again, as you see, the glory of the Lord. So it's clear the COVID-19, Kobad, is from their own Lord Yahweh on them. Judgment on the children of the devil, John chapter 8, verse 44. And those of our own who live in their image and like them now, they talk about Cain, a trick of words. Again, it means Cain, as in 1 John chapter 3, verse 12. He who was born of the evil ones and evil Yahweh. 1 Samuel chapter 19, verse 9. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 10. So you can have both good and evil, Yahweh, in Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. It was an evil Yahweh that impregnated Eve to birth Cain. Hebrew Strong's number 7014, Cain from Hebrew Strong's number 7067. Jealous. In these Canaan or Canaanites are now saying officials drink blood, eat human flesh, shapeshift into reptilian, and seek adrenaline to drink as the Greys do. It is all coming out. It takes place at the Bohemian Grove each year, July 16th.
Hanabab Yandan is the real thing. Notice this actual fact was on March 10, 2020 AD that the World Health established COVID-19 as a world pandemic. That it was on our holiday, the Blessed and Holy Mother's Mary Day. And it's clear in Revelations 18:8, therefore shall her Amoritica plagues virus come in one day, March 10, 2020 AD. Death and mourning and famine. People dropping dead from COVID-19 virus. Families crying over deaths of family members. Famine, the bad weather and the crops dying. For farmers and people who can't move about to get or buy or sell food, sufferings. And she, Amoritica, shall be utterly burned. The fires unlike ever before in America. With fire for, because strong is the Lord God, Hebrew Strong's number 3519. Kabod. You have to know languages to see this Hebrew Strong's number 3519 is from Hebrew Strong's number 3513, KBD, to be heavy as in a bad sense, burdensome, severe. And notice these choice of root Hebrew Chaldee letters, KBD. It's our master teacher's job to teach things that others don't know or see. An example is look on TV, the History Channel. They keep saying that the only problem with the UFO is they are too far from Earth and it would take much too long to get from there to here. Think of how Christians and Muslims feel about this actual fact. Two Europeans looked this up in 1953 AD. These two guys, Dr. Francis H.C. Crick and Dr. James D. Watson, deciphered the genome, the deoxyribonucleic acid DNA. They uncovered the human having 24,000 in a double helix. Hebrew Strong number 1752-53, Dawar, in Hebrew gyrate, and in Arabic Dawar gyrate. In molecular biology, and what did this prove? The fact that all people on Earth did not come from one person, Adam. In fact, there are 3 separate non-related genetically at all. The first, Africans, Homo naledi and Homo habilis. The second, Asians, Homo denisovans and Homo florensis. The third, Europeans, Homo cro-magnon and Homo neanderthals, who were only related because the Europeans came down out of Europe and raped Denisovans and Homo habilis through race mixing. And now there are subgroups the world over. Yet, the very fact that chromosomes DNA does not lie means those who believe the Bible and Quran story of Adam, the first man and all others came from him, is wrong. The Adam and Eve story is not true, and both Christians and Muslims claim that was in the year 4000 BC, and no one was on earth before that. That is now proven to be not true.
Panababianem has warned the COVID virus is for Adamites. It originated in France, not China, yet spread so fast because our people work with them, under them, hang with them. They tell people the new Delta variant virus is spreading, then say come to Central Park on August 21st for a We Love New York City concert. Why? To spread amongst New Yorkers as it spread in the South with the good old boys. Do you see them asking the KKK, are you all taking vaccines, or Nation of Islam, or Jehovah's Witness, or Hebrew Israelites, or Rastafarians, or Seventh-day Adventists, or skinheads, or Nazi parties, or others who claim they don't trust the system? Why don't you see on TV them asking in public, are your followers taking the shot? They don't ask bikers or gangs, you see. And notice this, Moderna was given to Euro people. They made people remove masks to make money. Now look, Johnson & Johnson was sent to people of color in India. Pfizer was sent to people in Africa. They know what would happen. Who all did this? Leviticus chapter 14, verse 33 through 34. What do you end up with? Delta virus. 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, When ye be come unto the land of Canaan, which I give to you for a possession, and I put the plague of leprosy in a house of the land of your possession. You see the game. If the family takes the vaccine, as the master teacher did, make sure it's Moderna, both shots. Truth is truth. Thank you for tuning in. Tawakum Wasar.